looking at the shell, this is a good place. This is where web page editions are used a lot. As I mentioned, this is a way you can say you want specific CSS linked, you want specific JavaScript libraries. Anything you want stuck in the header can be put through here, put in here, and anything you want in the body can be put there. So this is entirely separate of the HTML template. So unlike everything else we talked about pretty much so far, this HTML here is specific to the content itself. This is specific to this shell. It's not a part of this HTML here. It's a part of this content item. So if you were to have another page that used the same HTML template but didn't include this code in the web page editions, then those two pages would be slightly different when you loaded them on the portal. The main reason for including this ability is so that you can put what you need into the header. You can put, it's really not proper to put a link to a CSS file or a JavaScript file, to put meta tags, that sort of thing, into the body of a page, which is where it would end up if you stuck it into the HTML here. So if you need it in the header, this is where you need to do it. It will be placed, there's a number of things that we put automatically into the header all the time, and then this will be stuck below that. And if you have web page editions from the shell and from the main content page you're in and the subpages you're in, they'll all be placed into the header, into the HTML header section, and then in the same order basically that they be executed. So shell first, then the main content, then the subpages. This is an area which could be abused. Cause yourself a lot of grief if you use it more than you should. For example, you could put meta tags in here for keywords, search terms, whatever it might be. But there's also the ability to do that by going to the Detail tab and clicking on Meta and changing the meta description and the meta values here. So this is a better way to do it because this is built in, this is standard, and this is easy to find in the database. You don't have to dig through anything. It's just, this is really the right way to do it, the way it's expected to be done, and it can be confusing if you try to do it sort of the manual way by sticking it right in here. Occasionally it's going to be required, but it's best to try and avoid it if there's any other way to do it. This all goes even more so for the body tag. I'd recommend that unless for some reason you find it absolutely crucial, you need to put something in web page editions for the body tag, you should avoid doing it under all circumstances and only include HTML for the body in the actual HTML template. Otherwise, it's going to be confusing for people. It's going to make it hard to develop and to debug or change this page, and it's just not the standard way of doing it. So again, a lot of potential ways to use this, but you got to be very careful, or you can make things a lot harder on yourself and others.